Alright, welcome back to Marvel Rivals What If. We're going to be looking at another Overwatch 2 character. Possibly what if Reinhardt from Overwatch 2 joined Marvel Rivals. Let's get into it. So of course Reinhardt would be considered a Vanguard, which is the tank class in Marvel Rivals, and since he is a buffer tank in Overwatch 2, he fits the Vanguard class very well. He's similar to both Angela and Groot, as Groot has shields and Angela has the charge factor as well as a small shield. Of course, Reinhardt's primary is Rocket Hammer. It's one of the few abilities in the game with no reload or cooldown because it is a melee weapon. And that would mean he fits pretty well alongside Angela as being one of the few melee characters in Marvel Rivals. It does a damage of 100 with no cooldown. He also has a barrier shield similar to Groot, except it is his big iron wood wall, where the shield's health is 1500 and has a cooldown of 5 seconds, but that is only if it is completely broken. It does recharge shield health over time when down. He also has an ability called Charge, similar to Angela, where he pings an opponent that he charges. 300 damage is given to the pinned enemy, and 50 damage is given to every enemy that is hit but not pinned against the wall. And finally, his ability called Fire Strike, which does 120 damage per strike. It has 2 charges, meaning he can use 2 in a row if he wants to, or save one, then use the other, and has a cooldown of 6 seconds per charge. And finally, his ultimate Earth Shatter deals 50 to 200 damage per enemy hit by it. The damage is scaled for how close the enemy is, with 200 being the closest and 50 being the farthest. Every single character hit by this is also knocked down on the ground, taking a little while to stand back up, so it is both a stun ability as well as it has a lead attack. So of course, if I was going to make any edits to Reinhardt's ability set, I would edit his charge cooldown to be plus 2 seconds, because 6 seconds is way too low for the 300 damage it deals. I would also add minus Fire Strike's damage to 75 damage, because we're going to be talking about a team-up that adds a possible third charge to this. So I would not want him to just spam that, because then it would just kill an entire team with 3 strikes. And then Earth Shatter will be upped its max damage plus 50, so it has a damage rate of 50 from the farthest, 250 at the closest. So of course, possible team-ups. Of course, the most obvious one is Celestial Command, where he joins his fellow Shieldsman Angela and his fellow Crusader ally Thor. So Reinhardt would basically be empowered by both of them. Of course, when Angela is in play, Thor can throw a Thunder Spear, restoring Thor Force when hitting a target, and being able to leap to that spear, dealing extra damage, basically using Angela's ultimate. But of course, while Angela is also in play, both Angela and Reinhardt recharge shield health when charging. So basically, when Angela's charging with her shield or Reinhardt is charging by himself, their shields basically recharge much faster while down. Reinhardt's shield will generate 200 shield health per second while charging, and Angela's shield will generate 75 health per second while charging. Of course, while Thor is in play, Reinhardt can use Shield Smash when his shield is up, dealing 50 damage and knockback. Basically, he will melee attack while his shield is up, using his shield to bash away an opponent, dealing 50 damage and also knocking them back. And of course, when Reinhardt does this, Shield Slam generates Thor Force per hit for Thor. So Thor and Reinhardt could be in the play at the same time and use it to generate Thor Force. And also Angela and Reinhardt can be in play, but if all 3 of them are playing at the same time, Angela empowers Thor, Angela empowers Reinhardt, Reinhardt empowers Thor, and Thor empowers Reinhardt. So it's a 3-way team-up. And of course, the other possible team-up is a Flaming Thing, which is Human Torch, Reinhardt, and the Thing. So basically, a Flaming Thing will be when Human Torch is in play, both him and Reinhardt gain a 25% damage boost per hit with Fire Strike. So if Reinhardt hits a player with Fire Strike, both him and Human Torch will get a 25% damage boost per hit, meaning that Fire Strike, since it can hit multiple enemies at a time, if it hits 2 enemies with it at a time, they both get a 50% damage boost. If they hit 3 enemies, you can get a full 75% damage boost along with Human Torch. And of course, when all 3 are in play, Reinhardt gains an extra charge on Fire Strike. That's why I nerfed its damage earlier. when hitting an ally thing. So he gets an extra fire strike charge when hitting an ally thing, so just instantly resets another charge for him. When he does hit an ally thing with his fire strike, it ignites the thing, giving his punches extra burn damage and burns enemies that make contact with him because he is on fire. And of course, when the thing deals damage while ignited, Human Torch will gain plus 50 over health. So basically all three of them. So Reinhardt empowers Thing with Fire Strike, and then Human Torch benefits for Thing being on fire, and of course Thing is on fire, so he also benefits. So of course, that is going to be the end of this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you liked this, if you don't, subscribe if you like the video, comment down below your thoughts on Reinhardt entering Marvel Rivals as basically a Vanguard that can both gel with the Fantastic Four members, but also gel with his fellow Crusader fighters with Celestial Command. Of course, I'll see you guys with the next hero, and of course, as always, toodaloo!